This reading is for Taurus for the month of September, year 2022. Please check your moon, your rising, and your Venus. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when I'm uploading. This is a general reading. See, I know some of you want me to do Taurus, but it's like the energies that I've been picking up with Taurus has not been good. You know, my mom is a Taurus. I got family members that's a Taurus, and that's why sometimes I bypass it. So at the bottom of your deck, you have death here. You have the Hermit. This is transformation. Okay, this is changing. Some Tauruses are probably resisting the change, being stubborn. Okay, don't want to surrender, release. Okay, so there's a death here. There's transformation. Someone needs to go through a radical rebirth. This is, this is changes. Someone has to change. They have to change, and if they don't, it's like they're gonna die with this energy that I'm pulling up. So I really don't like doing Tauruses. Okay, so Allah, please send Tauruses 200 angels to stand guard, guide, and protect. Blocked off your damn 10 of cups. Allah, please send me 200 angels to protect and guide me as I open this portal. I do not partner you with my divine nature, but I ask of you to guide me through so that my readings can be truthful, accurate, and honest. Allah, show me for Taurus. I just wish I could have Allah. I just wish I could just have a good Taurus reading. Okay? Some Tauruses could be drowning financially. Some Tauruses have moved like a snake, or this has been done to you. Okay? Taurus. Perseverance will see you through. Someone has to tough it out, or they're toughening out. They're in separation. Ooh, boy. Taurus. Yeah. Brazen. You're balancing things out. Yes, going through an awakening. Possibly some of you are giving birth. But you're going through a spiritual awakening, and you have to do this before, for some Tauruses, you're going to have to go through an awakening. You have to change. There's some resistance to change. You're feeling safe with the state of mind that you are currently in, okay? What I'm telling you. You have secrets revealed, okay? Secrets are revealed. Some have been, some of you Tauruses, if it's not you, it's someone else. Some of you were sitting too much comfort and being secretive or lying or being deceptive, or this is some people who had revealed some secrets, or some secrets was revealed, okay, but you still feel safe. Someone knows the secrets now. Someone knows the truth. Scarcity. You have to step out of a particular way of thinking, Taurus. The dark side of you is very, very stubborn. And this is what I'm seeing in some Tauruses, the resistance to change. Tauruses, you have to surrender. If there was some truth revealed, then the truth will set everybody free. Okay, but there was some people that was very two-faced, all right? And maybe some secrets came out. Okay, but you still feel safe. You possibly felt safe with having some secrets, or someone else was feeling safe behind some secrets. So the shadow side was revealed. Okay, the truth was told. Now you have to step out of that darkness, okay, into the light, and you have to surrender, release, and change in order to go through an awakening. You could have a child that is very intuitive and revealed some secrets. It had to be done. If this has been done, if it had to be. So you can go through a radical rebirth. These secrets had to come out, Taurus. They had to come out. You could not continue to feel safe behind these secrets because it was holding you back in spiritual imprisonment. That's the dark side of you. You're going to have to surrender and release and go through this radical rebirth. Okay? When you go through this radical rebirth, your miracles are going to take place. It would be a miracle for you to step out the comfort zone of hiding things or whatever was revealed. Like I said, it had to happen so you can stop feeling safe behind the secrets. Somebody was feeling safe behind secrets. Now that it has the light been shown on it, you can actually step into the light of God, and standing in your truths, not holding back, admitting to what was done here. So you can, when you go through this radical rebirth, everything is going to feel like uplifted off of your shoulders, and miracles in your family dynamic will start to unfold. Sometimes a person just wants to hear acknowledgement of what was done, and this could be involving children, etheric cords. Okay, you possibly seen some mistakes. Okay, or there's like some mistakes that was made within the upbringing of your children or your children. So let's say if your mother and your father was strict, okay, and they abused you in some type of way. You cannot have that same relationship with your children. That abuse that you did, that you went through, okay, either you did or what you went through, you cannot afflict that on your generation. So Taurus, if your mother did not want to listen to what was coming out of your mouth, it is because your mother looked at you as if you was a liar in some ways. So when you had your children, this is just an example. When you had your children with etheric cords here, your daughter or your son was being treated the same way your mother has treated you, and that has to stop. You cannot inflict any pain on your children that you have endured from your parents. Okay? Some of you have family members that is not trustworthy. Okay? And I'm going to tell you I'm feeling this. Some of your family members did not want you to go off and have children. They didn't want you to go and get married. They wanted you to stay behind with them. So secretly, your siblings, Taurus, and I'm speaking to an older Taurus, your sisters and your brothers despised your children because they wanted you to take care of them like you was the mother. So they did something, and the secrets have been revealed. They did something so that the connection that you have with your children will be blocked. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, Allah. Taurus, when you surrender, and this is just for some, Taurus, it's not for all. And this is the older Tauruses that have older children. If you surrender what was done to your children and don't ignore the fact that there was some type of narcissistic abuse that was handed down from you because of your mother, because of your upbringing, when you say, my children, I apologize for any type of narcissistic abuse that I went through as being a child, and my parents did that to me, I apologize for afflicting that upon you. If there's some Tauruses that was playing with spell work with their older siblings, because this is an older group of Tauruses. If you was helping your brothers and sisters harm your children, then shame on you. Now you have to go back and make amends before you die. Because if you do so, if you surrender and have full accountability of what you know that was causing harm and affliction towards your children or towards anyone, now it is time to go back and say to your children that you had given birth to, I apologize if I have ever hurt you, and I will never do that again. Once when you do that, that burden will be released and there will be balance restored. And you will have a good harvest after that, because there's some setbacks in Taurus's life because of what they have done to their children. Some of you Tauruses were supposed to protect your children, but instead you protected the brothers and sisters that you have. Surrender. Surrender. So you can go through this awakening. In seasons, Taurus, you're going to speak up, because some Tauruses, they feel the shame, or this is what's coming to you, Taurus. Take what resonates to flip the roles. Why is there so much shame? Soul forgiveness. This is what I'm talking about. The betrayal. Soul forgiveness. How do people, Tauruses, and please answer me this, because I feel as though that your children have, and this is just for some Tauruses that I'm picking up on. It's not for every Taurus. But I feel as though your children were trying their best to make amends with you. You possibly had one child that spoiled you, okay? And it became narcissistic abuse from you. See, the betrayal is what caused the dividence between you and your children. I'm telling you right now, you're going to have to release this, because some of you are going to go to hell. You're in hell now. You're feeling alone. You have children, grandchildren, but they don't come around because of the betrayal. You're going to have to make amends. You're going to have to use the art of forgiveness. Now, this is the question that I want to ask some Tauruses that go to church. And I'm hearing some Tauruses says, I don't got to kiss nobody's ass. I don't have to apologize for a damn thing. Well, for the Tauruses that is going to church and reading the scripture, how can you not apologize for the wrongs that you have done to others, but seek to God for forgiveness? How does that work? It doesn't. It doesn't work. Control issues. Having the need to control. Standing in your power with control issues is what makes a person narcissistic, a narcissistic abuser. God is not in the heart of a person who does this, because they're not practicing the art of apology. Once when you learn soul forgiveness, it's like saving yourself from spiritual imprisonment. When you practice that art of soul forgiveness and learning to apologize for the wrong that you have done, then things in your life can manifest and you will be free from those burdens of those secrets and the betrayal. Then your life, your family dynamic, your balance will manifest. But God's not going to let this come in because there's too much secrets behind the betrayal of your children, the betrayal of playing victim or being victimized. This is Black Widow energy. See, these secrets are attached to lies. You're gonna have to come clean for some Tauruses. You're gonna have to come clean. You gotta live out loud here. Okay? Now, there's many ways a person can live out loud. You possibly didn't want this to be aired out. You probably didn't want these secrets to be revealed, lived out loud. Confirmation right there. Because the betrayal behind what you did or someone else has done is what caused a wedge. Confirmation. You want that good juju back from God, divine lineage. Because God gave you and your siblings, your family, cosmic power. And possibly someone here had abused it. Chasing your own sacred lust and desires and sacrificing others. Some of you Tauruses was trying to keep some things hidden for so long. You were going to take it to the grave, not knowing that what you were hiding or what was being hidden from you was what's going to place you into the abyss. Sometimes the things that we know is truthful and we deny is what takes us straight to hell. And you was feeling safe in that energy for so long. Some of you Tauruses are actually facing some grief. It's time to be truthful. And when you do this, your essential alignment, that new vitality, that new breath will be blown in your body and you will level up. You will level up. The love that you have for your children, you will level up. Some stripes off your soul will be removed. Because when we tell lies, starting off from the time we started to tell lies, and us either ignoring God's warning, ignoring the scripture, and think it's okay to tell little white lies. Oh, it's okay. Everybody does it. No, it's not okay. Because you start off being a liar when you're a child, not really knowing that it's a lie until you get caught. And I'm talking to these older Tauruses. So, 20 stripes will be placed upon your soul for each lie that you've told. So, that 20 stripe wrapped around your soul for telling another lie, and then another 20, that's 40, then another 20, that's 60, and then another 20, that's 80, and then it goes up and it goes up and it goes up. But when you reveal the truths, when you tell the truth, those stripes will be cut off of your soul. Okay, and then you will have new vitality. You will be balanced, you will be spiritually aligned, and you will level up because you're wiping your slate clean before you die. All right, because what was hidden, that has to come out, and an apology has to be made, possibly to your children if they are adult children. Okay, because the pressure is on you, and you're facing some grief here. Oh yeah, look, the mask has been ripped off. Someone here is enraged because the truth was revealed. The truth will set you free. So someone's mad, they're upset. You have mask here. The mask has been ripped off, and someone is enraged because the truth was told. The secret was revealed, only to help you guys go through an awakening, so you can have good harvest. So you have to surrender. I know it's shameful for what was being revealed, but it had to be done for liberation. For liberation. So it doesn't matter how old you are. You can be, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, whatever. God is going to strip you completely naked from your intuition. God is going to block that out because some of you Tauruses was throwing witchcraft even on your parents. You or your siblings was even putting witchcraft on your mother. Every time y'all get mad in the family, it was throwing that curry around. Okay? And it kind of killed your parents off. Your parents could have had died of cancer. Okay, but when you send those death spells out, you don't know how it's going to turn out for the victim or the sender. So somebody's intuition here, psychic abilities, their gifts is being stripped naked. Okay, your intuition is being stripped naked because you self-sabotaged yourself. Okay, you self-sabotaged yourself. And it's so easy. Look at this. I'm hearing some Tauruses said, I love my kids. My kids brought me great joy when they were little, when they were babies. But because your family hated your children, because some of you Tauruses were born with either a full veil or half a veil when you were born, either a full veil. You could have had a sister that was born with the full veil. You was born with the half. Okay, so you are intuitive. Now, when you gave birth, your siblings was mad. They put some witchcraft on your children. As soon as they came into the world, they were playing with that witchcraft. Okay, and it's like they were secretly doing this. You didn't know this. Okay, but young witchcraft can come in the form of being taught, or adolescents, 11, 12-year old, they get together with their friends or whatnot, and they do it. Yes, I'm not sugarcoating nothing, they do it. Okay, so your children have brought you great joy. You was blessed with some children, but really in our reality, your children was brought up in your family confirmation. Your family still hates your children today, and they did some things to self-sabotage your connection with your children and your grandchildren. They did things with witchcraft spells, magic, voodoo, whatever, to block out your generation. So if you did anything to kill your daughter's generation, or they did anything to kill your children's generation from coming, then this is why your children, the grandchildren, the great grandchildren are not around. So the joy for your children was when you gave birth to them and they were in that stage, the toddler stage. But as they started to get older, there was some emotions that was hidden about your daughter that you had. Taurus, some of you probably couldn't stand your daughter. You favored the son. You wanted to have these children. These children was was your desire at one point, but your family didn't want you to have those children. So if you was doing anything as far as using magic on your children, this is why the Grim Reaper's creeping around. Death. Those spells have to go somewhere. And I'm sorry to break the news. Okay. Um, Now you see the creativity that you have blessed your children with. Some of you Tauruses, the older Tauruses, your children are creative. Those gifts and talents, they came from you and your family, your ancestors, along with the fathers. So you see the creativity that you bestowed in your children, your siblings, your family, your parents. Okay, they possibly was taking sides with a sister upon things that your children were doing that they did not do. Okay, so when you had these children, they were younger, you did try to protect them. But what protection did they have? The children have, your children had to defend for themselves after a while. And this is why there's shame brought to the family. This is why people are enraged when the truth comes out. God wants me to tell some older Tauruses, now it's time to make that change. Learn soul forgiveness. Apologize to your children for the things that you have done. And that's all what they want from you. They don't want your money. They don't want anything. They just want the truth from some of you Tauruses. And I am being guided as I say this. Some of these Tauruses, don't switch the energy. Because God wants me to tell you, you know exactly what was done. You have divine lineage here with God. Get that good juju back, that good connection back, and be truthful and honest. Don't play no more mind games being that narcissistic abuser. Show me more for Taurus, please. You have the Nine of Cups, wishes and desires. What does Taurus wish and desire? What is Taurus wishes and desires? Now the energy is coming back down. Now it's coming down. It was like literally silence. Like all around me was silence, but I can hear my spirit guides messaging me. So now I'm back down to earth. Wow. So what is Taurus's desires? Don't feel right. I'm going to get my hands correct. Sorry, Taurus. What is Taurus's desires? Wishes and desires with this Nine of Cups. Temperance. Okay, so you see this angel is walking on water. This is giving me, this is the Jesus card. Okay, because you see the sun. Okay, the sun is guiding this angel that's walking on water. As this angel is walking up on you, Taurus, this angel is making some changes. There's an angel that's watching you. Also, could have watched what you've done with certain mason jars, mixing and matching, certain spells. This is what Jesus wants me to show. Okay, Jesus is walking up on you with this temperance card and wanting you to use the art of forgiveness and apology. But as you see, the sun is guiding this angel to walk upon this water. Okay, things is going to be changed. It's going to be emotions you wish to reconcile. This is some Tauruses that has been praying for forgiveness. And you have to take that forgiveness further. You have to go to your children, because I feel like some Tauruses done did something, kept lying and kept lying and kept lying to their kids. Their kids is grown now. Your kids are grown and they deserve an apology. And it has to be sincere, coming from your heart, coming from the heart that God had gave you to love. So why is the Nine of Cups here with this Temperance? Y'all listening, this is the Page of Wands message. See her face? She's leaning in. Somebody hears me. And I'm pretty sure whoever hears me does not like what I'm saying. That's okay, because the Knight of Swords is here. And this angel, whether you like what I'm saying or not, is going to come in and make some swift changes, whether you like it or not. What we deny and what we lie upon is what holds us back. Your wish fulfillment, okay, is for your answers, your prayers to be answered. But you have to understand, some of you don't believe in the art of apology or forgiveness. So if you come at me and the Knight of Swords in any type of way, this angel that God sent in, that is connected to Jesus, is going to make sure you see the light. There's going to be certain events. There's going to be certain events in your life where, don't matter how old you are, what goes around comes around. The eternal ring of life, okay? What goes around comes around. What you do unto others is going to come back to you. You have to work on your shadow side no matter how old you are. What was hidden in the dark had to come to light. All these cups are spilled out. This is relationships with family, friends. This is okay. It's all spilled out. There won't be an Ace of Pentacles for you, Taurus, if you don't make amends. The Ten of Swords behind lies, gossip, slander, deception. It hurt. It hurt. Ten of Swords. You have the Ten of Cups here, but you have to free yourself from the Nine of Swords. This is past, going over in your mind with past regrets and setbacks. This is a mental restriction because somebody does not want to hear or acknowledge the truth. You possibly, for some of you, didn't want your daughter, I keep seeing as child, Page of Cups, you didn't want to see your children successful. Oh my gosh, this is why I don't like to do Taurus's readings anymore, because it gets so deep into it. And, I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to, but you hurt your children. Ten of Cups, please restore this so that your miracles, your manifestations can come, your harvest can come, so your children can come back like color purple. This is what goes around, comes around type of energy. Don't be afraid to make amends with your children, but your family had a lot to do with it. Throw in the red towel, the red flag. Queen of Swords. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Leo energy with the Sun. The Queen of Swords is someone that is smart, organized, intelligent, logical, analytical, a leader. But she is also a cold-hearted teacher. And with the sons, the son here, some of you Tauruses, you worked hard in the 80s. You went through some things, possibly in a marriage with someone that hurt you dearly. You married someone that was not up to par. And for some of you Tauruses, when you looked at your children, when you looked at your child and you seen that your child looked like that person, you kind of resented that your children because of who you got married to and who you chose to have kids by. So you want to be that Queen of Swords energy, cold-hearted. I'm going to teach them a lesson. I'm going to teach them a lesson. It's been revealed that the lesson has been now reflected upon you. Sorry, Taurus. You're looking like that's what I got was my children. You got those 2 cups in your hand, okay? And you know that you gave your children all the love and care and nurture. Confirmation. But somewhere, your brother and sisters made sure that the cups spilled out. The 5 of Cups is here, which is regrets and setbacks. Loss of relationships, loss of family value, loss of family connections. And I'm being told to tell you to fix this before you depart this world and free yourself from these lies and deceptions. The self-sabotage, it has to be cleared up. That's the 5 of Cups. Work on it. Work on it. Woo! Taurus, some of you sacrificed your relationships by bringing them home to meet your family. That was the traditional way. And you still done that in your adult years. Introduced them to like say you got a divorce and you got someone and they were with you for long years and they didn't put up with any shit from your family. Yes, they didn't. Somebody did not put up with any shit with your family. And I'm seeing a lot of spell work that was being done on this person because they didn't want that person in your life. So when that person passed away, you introduced another person into your family. Then that person didn't work out. And then you brought another person to meet your family. And that didn't work out. Well, your family didn't want you to have anyone. Your family wanted you to just love them, not your children, not your husband, not any future mates. Your family, your sisters, your brothers have done that because they wanted you to play like you're the mom or you're the dad or you're the caretaker. Some of you have been trying to get out of your siblings' life for a while and you're right back in it. And this time, you sacrificed your children's relationship for a brother or a sister. And this is the decision that you made. With this Five of Swords, there was snakes in your relationships, slithering around, and this is your siblings jealous of you. Jealous because you was the hard worker with the Eight of Pentacles. You was working on relationships. The Five of Swords is jealousy, it's envy. See the snake wrapped around it? See the snake wrapped around the relationships? Regardless if it's someone that you're interested with, you brought them home. They got sacrificed. Okay? Your marriage got sacrificed. Your children got sacrificed behind your jealous ass family. They were even jealous of you. They're still jealous of you. Because how was you blessed with the Eight of Pentacles at one point in your life and they wasn't? And this is the Six of Cups. This is based upon relationship with your family and your children. They were jealous of every work ethic, and I'm talking about your brothers and your sisters, people in the family, even friends, jealous of your kids. If they couldn't get close to you, they got close to your children enough, to where it was harming them. And then you would tell your children, stay away from family. But you should have kept your children away from family as they were children from the start. Some of you Tauruses was forced to take care of your nephews or your nieces. So it confused your children. Should we stay with family dynamic, family ties, or should we not have been brought up with the family? As you got older, you told your children to stay away from family members, but then you became just as your family members and started to harm them. So this reading is based upon mending relationships with your children before you die and learning the life lessons that you don't share any and everyone with your family. If you know that your siblings was toxic, if you know that your family was toxic, why in the hell would you sacrifice a person that is there for you, that's there to love you? Your children was sacrificed behind these people in your family, and you allowed it to happen. You was working on the jealousy, the envy, the lies, and gossip with them. With this Eight of Pentacles here and this Five of Swords, you was working on that family dynamic to be just like your brothers and sisters, and some of you are older than them. Now you're going to burn in that same Johnny Blaze for thinking like them, for living like them. Yeah, I'm going to fix you. I'm going to fix you. I'm going to fix you. Being that high priestess, there's a cycle period of you doing this. Turning that wheel of fortune. Some of you Tauruses had changed some of your children's destiny, fate, messing with their, what is it called? Hold on. I'm hearing it, but I cannot pronounce this word without seeing it, and you know what I'm talking about. It's Akarsha. Give me a minute. You know what I'm talking about. It's just at the tip of my tongue. Akashic records. Some of you Tauruses had changed your children's Akashic records. And your brothers and sisters had changed your children's Akashic records to delay their life, to remove children, remove blessings, remove generation from your children. And when you change those records, destiny, you're diminishing your own fate. You're removing what God had prepared for your life. You feel me? Do you understand? Tauruses, when you play with witchcraft, when you and your family, when you play with that and change the Akashic records on your children. So like say if God had a plan to bring your daughter 3 children and she only got 1, those children were coming from God. They were coming from heaven. And you and your family possibly have blocked it. Changing the Akashic records. So your grandchildren, the great-grandchildren are not there in your life. You remove them from your own record. If anyone in your family has done this and you have brother and sisters who don't have any children, or you possibly have one niece or nephew, it's because the Akashic records, by playing with witchcraft, was removed from their life. That's that generational curse. King of Wands. Sagittarius energy. See, that's that playing with that card, that chart. If you have any children that's fire signs, they were to be blessed. They were to be blessed. Oh my gosh. Your children was going to be blessed. Your whole life was going to be different if no one stepped in and played with this witchcraft, because I see it. And that's what the secret was revealed. See, now your children is moving away from you with smooth sailings, okay? You're moving away from the situation with smooth sailings. With this Six of Swords and the Six of Wands, this was you. I'm getting back in the 80s, the 90s. Yeah, you was focused on your success because you had to take care of the household. That's understandable. With that Six of Swords and that Six of Wands. Now, if your siblings or you blocked your children from that success, is being restored. That Ace of Pentacles is being restored. Confirmation. You got to surrender and release. You got to apologize before you pass away. Okay? You got the Knight of Cups here. Now you see, she got a pair of gloves. This is the Knight of Cups, which this is emotions, okay? You're sitting there telling me that you put all your time and energy taking care of your children and you love your children, but with that glove in hand, it became a duel. Pow! It became a duel. I'm not saying your kids are angels and they're perfect, because of course kids are not. You did what you had to do to discipline them, but now this could be the tears that you were going to cry with that Five of Cups energy, being regretful. Okay? The Empress is here with this Ace of Wands. This is passion, that Ace of Wands, passion, desire. Okay? When you was in, and I'm getting an older Taurus, you was focused on your passions, your desires, and yes, your children did look at you as an Empress here. Okay? Because you brought in that stability. You possibly we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the King of Wands. Okay, so you could have been married or dealing with the Sagittarius, or this could be the fire. You could have fire in your chart. Okay. Four of Wands. You're telling me you had to hold down the whole family. I get that. Three of Wands. Seven of Wands. Some of you Tauruses was very, very successful in the 80s and 90s. You was very successful. I'm speaking to an older Taurus here. And your family couldn't stand it. Your family was so wrapped up in your life, it brought nothing but burdens. So, and there's a snake. Okay, there's a snake that's wrapped around this Ten of Wands, the burdens. That's your family. They had to be involved in any and everything that they had to do. Three of Swords here. Okay, wrapped up with this snake. That's the Seven of Swords. The sneaky deception that caused a delusion to even end your life. And this was your siblings. This was the siblings. This was the family. Your mother actions had caused some delays too. So you wanted to take the role of your mother and treat your children how your mother or father treated you. Your family is what put burdens in your life because you couldn't let go. You tried, you moved away, you got away from them, but they always sunk you back in behind some damn witchcraft. This is the truth with the Ace of Swords. There's still a snake slithering around your intelligence, still slithering around. This truth have to come out. Okay? There's always a snake tied up with the truth. Truth has been revealed. Wow. Keep that Ace of Swords out. Taurus, and this is for the older Tauruses. Your family sucks. Here's the truth, what needs to be revealed. Allah, please reveal the truth for Taurus. Help me, help Taurus know the truth and surrender and release and restore the balance back into their children's life. I don't believe in karma. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So you are the snake that's in. Some of you Tauruses, you guys are your own snake that holds you back from the truth. That's feeling safe with secrets. Or vice versa. Take what resonates. Yeah. This is why I said some of the Tauruses, the older ones, are alone. They say, I don't want no relationship. I don't want no companion. That's fine and dandy. Because God already removed that energy when God noticed that you kept taking your partners to your family to have your family sacrifice them. So you're in spiritual imprisonment, being stuck in an unhealthy relationship. Because what you possibly went through in the 80s, you started to find those karmic men. Well, that's what your mother and your sisters and your brother wanted for you. That's what you gave them. You can't come back. You possibly have been feeling this way towards your children because you can't control them anymore. Can't hurt them anymore. That could have been a spell. If your child had moved away, that could have been a spell. You can't come back. Why is you can't come back here? Allah. Return to sender. The person he, she, you creeping with, down low texting is in a relationship. Third party lying asshole gonna get caught up. And this is for older Tauruses. So somebody has to beg for Allah's mercy because all the witchcraft that was being thrown left and right, even on your children. You put it on your children too. Your family put it on your children. Their family put it on you. So it was like your children didn't know what the hell was going on. Like, why were they failing at school, or why their grades started dropping, or, you know, why certain events started happening. It's because you and your family was harming them with witchcraft and harming other people. So now you have to beg for Allah's mercy. That's why I said, how do people go to church, praise God and ask God for forgiveness, but they don't practice the art of forgiveness themselves? You're not forgiven. You chose a karmic family over your children. You chose a karmic family over having love and companionship in your life. You killed your blessings for your karmic family. And they're completely fake. God is even showing me you're completely fake. That's why this Ace of Swords is here with the snake wrapped around it. I'm a karmic man. I play victim. Cry me a river. Use women for rebound relationship hopper. Some Tauruses could be losing weight and is afraid of the results. Some of you Tauruses are good neighbors. Some of you older Tauruses down low likes women on women. Yep, God knows you was working against your children and other people was working against you. It's like a snake eating its tail, a dog eat dog world. That's what you wanted for your children. They're not going to get any higher than me. No, sir, not. No, they're not. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. It's a new day and age, and your outdated way of thinking is what's causing you harm. Okay, everybody sleep. Your sisters probably are home wreckers, but somebody here, I sleep with everyone's man home wrecker. I feel now, since this is out, here's the apology that your children need to hear that will save the connection and remove some of those spiritual imprisonments. Is I feel bad for hurting you. I apologize. That's what your children need to hear, because right now some of y'all is underneath Allah's wrath. Or whoever did this to you. Jealous friend used witchcraft. There was a jealous friend that you had that practiced witchcraft. She's dead, or he's dead. I still talk to the person I cheated with. Cheater. Somebody's father wasn't shit here. So if you are a male Taurus and you're a cheater and you use women, God wants me to tell you, you better stop. Better stop. Better come clean. Don't take it serious. Don't be. If you're gonna be a cheater, then don't play like you're serious. Just be that cheater then. If you're gonna be someone that wants to be faithful, then be faithful. You have a choice to make. That's your life. I'm just a reader. Here it is. Some of you Tauruses got to recognize that you're a narcissistic abuser. You had narcissistic abuse in your life. Your parents was narcissistic abusers. So that's all what you possibly know is being a narcissistic abuser, because your mother could have been a narcissistic abuser and your father could have been that calm, level-headed one. Vice versa. But the narcissistic abuse has to stop because we're grown. You don't want to leave this earth having your children feel as though that's all what they know is you playing mind games or abusing them. And you don't want to leave this earth having that label stamped on your forehead as a narcissistic abuser. So because you was hurt in your life, you caused pain to your children, you gave your children and you gave the partners in your life to your family to sacrifice, what did you get in return? She's for the streets. Yes, you have sisters that's for the streets. You possibly saying your daughter is for the streets, but that's a lie. Okay? There's envy here. Envy is jealousy. So because this has taken place and you're not apologizing, and it's still being brought out there, lies is still being told on your children, you could be doing this. Okay? It's because you envy them or somebody envies you. So you're stuck in limbo and spiritual imprisonment. Do you really want to be stuck there, Taurus? Limbo, edge of boundary, referring the edge of hell, is the afterlife condition of those who die in original sin without being assigned a level in hell. That you're doomed, okay? Because people that you thought, your brothers and sisters, they never really loved you. They wanted to destroy you. They're in spiritual imprisonment for not following their passions and using their gift. You chose a karmic family over your own life. You changed your own, you changed your own Akashic record. Never was faithful. Okay, so Taurus, you probably was never faithful. And if you was, it was for just a little time. Some of you are getting a divorce because you have been through all of this, Taurus. You've been through all of this. You could be separating from your siblings. Okay, but there's a divorce here, which is separation. So if your children is rejecting you, then that's because they're protecting themselves, because they don't know how to take you. If you are rejecting someone, that's good, because there's a lot of jealous and envy still in your golden years. That's crazy. Your siblings is not sorry for hurting you. Yes, a karmic woman. I play victim. Cry me a river. I play victim. Use men for rebound relationship hopper. So you was a karmic that married a karmic. Maybe your mother was a karmic that married your father, and your father wasn't a karmic. But there's this traditional narcissistic abuse here. So your family is not sorry for hurting you. And all that witchcraft shit that I'm seeing possibly got some Taurus is bipolar. I'm not sorry I'm hurting you, but I'm sorry. I'm not sorry I hurt the Sagittarius. I'm not sorry I hurt you, son. But I'm sorry that I hurt the Leo, or vice versa. You could tell the Sagittarius, I'm sorry for hurting you, but still don't apologize to the other sibling. This is why I try to talk Slay. What I'm trying to say. So I talk and slander you because I'm jealous. So you possibly was being talked about behind your back, or you did this to someone. Soulmate connection is here. He wasn't better than you. Everything you did to me, Muhammad Akbar, may peace and blessings be upon him. Okay? So you possibly have someone that could be up in Detroit, or you have ties with Detroit, whatever the case may be. Muhammad Akbar, may peace and blessings be upon him. Why is Detroit here? Jealous family used witchcraft. So your jealous family did a spell, and you probably joined them to make your child move. Or this possibly happened up in Detroit. Your daughter, your children were loyal to you. Now they don't trust you. Jealous partner. Karma. So if you was a jealous partner, you're receiving karma for that. If a partner was jealous of you, they're receiving karma for that. I had two loving parents that raised me right. See, that's that lie. Don't play with me. Don't send that energy. Because if you had two loving parents, then where did the karmic energy come from for you to love your children and then be a narcissistic abuser? Maybe you don't see the abuse that you actually went through. So when you started to do the witchcraft and treat your children bad and everything else, you thought that that was being raised right? Negative. I have faith to change for the better. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. You have faith to change for the better before you leave this earth. Because you're going to the abyss. Allah says so. See, Allah is God. Okay? He's my boss. So when you clear this up, you will be saving yourself from the abyss. And then some of you Tauruses, I have no faith. Who cares? So it's half and half. Some of you Tauruses have faith to change it, and some of you like, I don't give a damn. It is what it is. Well, that's you. I don't want to leave you because I know I won't be comfortable elsewhere. So someone's going to be an obstacle in somebody's life. I play dumb because I think you're innocent. That was that snake around the sword. Playing innocent even though something is wrong. That's a lie. Allah is truth. I love and miss you and can't stop thinking about you. Allah is truth. I deny messages you get from Allah even though I know God is true. Okay? Death is here. Who's my father? So when the Grim Reaper comes, I'm talking to some of you are older Tauruses. When death comes, death is going to ask you, who's your God? Who's your creator? You're going to say, my father. Wrong answer. Lord Almighty is your God. Your father is up in heaven saying, I didn't raise you to treat your children that way. I abused my wife because she was too good. Yep, some of you Tauruses abused your wife. Some of you are the wives that got abused. And you're being stalking, or you're stalking because someone here has control issues. So, like I said, I see in the 80s or early 90s, some Tauruses was abused by their baby father or husband, or switched the roles. Even if you are a man, you possibly got abused. So you took it out on the children. You're stalking one of them, or you're stalking both of them. Okay? Somebody is definitely stalking you. She wasn't better than you. I'm not better than her. No, I wouldn't steal from you. That was that witchcraft. Some of you possibly are still playing with it, trying to steal energy, or this is happening to you. Someone spends all their money on alcohol and drugs. Yes, I stole. That's why I get mad when it's brought up. Okay, the age just shifted to someone in a Taurus in their 40s that stole from their wife, abused their wife, okay, took something from their wife and gave it to someone else, okay? I'm telling the truth. That person's in spiritual jail for that. Obsession with television, porn, social media, and video games. The trust was broken. Someone never goes to the doctor. I can't stand you're chosen by God. Get this person out of your life. Your children, you or your children are protected by Allah, but it feels as though your children are the ones that's protected by Allah. Your children is protected by God. You need to fix something because your spiritual protection is it's fading away. It's fading away because of what you did. You're sitting there saying you're happy single. Some of you are saying you married because I love you, and some of you have been faithful. Some of you know your worth. Somebody's mother slept around using money from drugs, and they were using witchcraft. Slept around unprotected. You get So you're facing judgment. You know that your children were a blessing to have. You know that certain people came in your life that was blessings to have. I still talk to him or her. Okay? But you sacrificed the blessing. Whoever you're talking to, okay? I still talk to him or her. Down low likes man on man. So if you come after me, God wants me to tell you never lie to or on a tarot reader. So if you say none of this is true, Allah lets me know that there's snakes wrapped around your truths. You better stop telling lies. Somebody better stop lying. Too many stripes around the soul. Being too comfortable in spiritual imprisonment. Feeling too comfortable with lies. And when the truth is revealed, the shame and the rage will show. Wow, your sisters, your family destroyed your life. Your own family. But that's my sister and that's my brother. Well, those were your children. You gave birth to them. You don't know the difference? Your brothers and sisters never hold more value than the children that you had been given, that you gave birth to. Make it make sense. Did you give birth to your siblings or to your children? I don't know. Somebody's really caught up with, that's my sister. That's my siblings. Those are just my kids. That's that spell that's been placed on you for so many years. You think that the brothers and sisters hold more value than your children. Look. Yeah. 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 So Allah, when Tauruses, these older Tauruses that I see, when they make amends with their children, what will it be like? Hold on, these cards are going crazy right now. Better go towards them. Better make that phone call. Cha-cha-cha, move your feet. You're sitting here saying it's 50-50, but they got to come to me. How many times have your children came to you after the fact you have been a narcissistic abuser? Now it's time for you to put in that 100% and be that parent, okay? Be that responsible parent no matter how old you are. You're going to have to make this amends before you die. You think it's going to be a venture or take that risk? No. Show me what will happen when Taurus fix this with their children before they leave the earth. God will forgive you. Doors will open for you in heaven. Because right now, those gates are closed and locked, and you're not going to be able to go through it. You're not going to be going to heaven. Sorry, get it out your head. If you don't practice the art of forgiveness, and if you don't apologize for the things that you have done, these are your children. And I'm being firm with this. These are your kids. Okay? If you don't put in the work and have that perseverance to have an encounter with your children to make amends, then you're not going to heaven. When you fix this, your dearest wishes come true. Whoa, Nelly. Your dearest and wishes, your desires, your wishes will come true. And this is the connection that you will have with God. God will be pleased. Okay? So what will happen if Taurus don't make this amends with their children? Wow. You think of it not being a big deal? Why does some Tauruses think it's not being a big deal? K Sarah Sarah then. K Sarah Sarah. You want to roll the dice and continue to be stubborn? K Sarah Sarah. What will happen if Taurus continues to be resistance, not wanting to surrender or change? Tricky, huh? What will happen if Taurus do not make this amends and change? Allah, you are the all-knowing, all-hearing, all-seeing. Okay. So, since you think it's no big deal, God don't even trust you. Don't trust. God is saying you are a pathological liar. You're going to be haunted by the dead, which is the ancestors. I secretly text other men. So what? Who cares? That's irrelevant. You'll be going straight to the abyss. That's what you want? Okay, it's yours. It's yours. Since Taurus thinks that this is a big deal, it isn't a big deal. Why is do not trust haunted by the dead and the abyss here with pathological liar? If this, oh, you're going to be going through obstacles? Okay. You're going to be going through obstacles. Show me what will happen to Taurus. Oh, okay. You're running out of time. Tick, tick, tick. Yep, this requires stillness. Someone is a snake here and pop the cork. You're going to have to take a look at yourself because God is saying, some of you Tauruses, you're a snake. That serpent that's wrapped around that truth, the Ace of Swords, pop. Okay? Pop the cork. Gonna have to avoid obstacles. Show me more what will happen if Tauruses does not... Oh, good gosh. Show me what will happen if Tauruses does not clear this up. You won't sleep. You won't be able, you'll be up at night. You got bullseye in reverse. You better send this invitation, and chances are, because God is on your head. Okay? Show me more what will happen. Oh, look. Look what was hiding. If you don't make amends and change your way of thinking, you're going to take it to the grave. And that could be bad. The fork in the road is crossing. This could be bad. That's the abyss. You want to be wild card. You want to be stubborn. You better pick up that phone. You better pick up that phone because your way of thinking is only going to lead you at a dead end. Why is this could be bad? The fork in the road crossing the wild card, telephone, and dead end. You don't want to argue. But the bomb is going to blow up in your face with God. So what do you choose? Do you choose to make amends with your children or have Allah, God, blow these obstacles up in your face? Return to sender. And some of y'all too old to be going through this. You got the power to mend the relationship. Confirmation. You got the power to mend the relationship. Okay? Because your behavior was type foolish. Why is passion here? God is going to lead you to do things yourself, being alone. You're just going to be alone with nobody there that's going to try to help you or because you're getting older, okay? You're getting older. So ring, 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 okay? You're getting older. You're going to have to make amends. Your children is the ones that's going to have to bring you a glass of water, okay? Some of you are going through, this could be good, okay? This could be good. So making amends because you're separated from your children. And I see here you do love your children, but you have to open your mind and seek higher power. But God's not going to forgive you if you don't practice that art of apology. So you better feel lucky, okay? And you're going to have to cut ties to some situations, you possibly cut ties because of the stormy weather, or I feel like this is your children that cut ties to you because you was still that narcissistic abuser. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Yeah, win-win situation is crossing. You're going to have to tough it out on your own. Don't be those Tauruses that when they get old, watch your back. That's what I'm getting ready to talk about. This is why don't be that earth sign that when they get old and their children are separated from them and you end up in a nursing home and the nursing aide starts to abuse you. You don't want to be one of those elderly people where the nurse's aide just jabs you in your eye if they're having a bad day. and there's nobody to come to the nursing home to check on you. Don't let it be that.